Hey, it's your main man, Cliftone. Welcome back, everyone, to another installment of Cliftone's Corner. Still covering Survivor 50, and we're going to hop right back into things where we last left off. We had just lost Jenna at the first Tribal Council of the season. Now, this is episode 2 of my podcast, but where we're picking back up on, we're still on the first episode. We're still on the premiere episode. Like I said in my first episode for the pod back, this is a huge premiere episode, and just because of how they structured it, yes, this did happen in the first episode, but the way that the second episode starts off from what happened at the end of the first, I decided to just break this down and pick up right from here. So, in the first immunity challenge, Kyle was injured. He tried to play it off, act like he was all good, but Jeff appears, and when Jeff comes to your beach and when the survivor medic is in tow, it's probably not good news. And for Kyle, it was not good news. He ended up being pulled from the game for his torn Achilles heel. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hate to see people leave the game this way. Now, quitters, can't stand y'all, stay away. But when someone, and I know Kyle loves this game, and I know he worked hard to come on back out here after winning Survivor 48. I know it has to be tough to go out this way, and I never want to see anyone go out this way. I always want to see the players be able to give it 110%, and not being able to see Kyle carry out the rest of his journey. It sucks. It truly does suck. And it also sucks for the people who were attached to him, the alliances that he was building. Oh my gosh, especially when we get to the challenge and Camilla finds out. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker. And speaking of our challenge, we're just going to go right ahead and roll right into things. I know we are missing some tribe talk and things like that after Kyle left. Genevieve was shifting around, things of that nature. But again, with these two first episodes I'm doing back, I am covering a ton, so I do apologize. But starting on episode 3, not my podcast episode 3, but Survivor 50's episode 3, you guys will get a lot more. I'll go into a lot more detail about things, but honestly, I am kind of shooting myself in the foot because I'm kind of shortchanging things just to get these episodes out here, but I promise it is my ultimate goal to keep things running and consistent once I get on a nice little schedule and get caught up with all my recording and my notes and all that fun stuff. But speaking of the challenge, our reward challenge is Swimmy Hendrix, and Swimmy Hendrix is best known as Smash and Grab. And in Smash and Grab, a given number of tribe members must swim out to a platform, climb up to a high platform, they take a club, jump over the water and swing, hopefully hitting their tile target. If they don't, they do have to go up again and try again. The tile has a key attached to it, so the point is to smash the tile, retrieve your key, return to shore, the next person goes, so on and so forth. Once all the keys have been retrieved, the remaining tribe mates use the keys to unlock a box and complete the final phase of the challenge, which is either a puzzle or throwing the rings and landing them on things. And in this situation, it was that, where they had the carnival game style, throw 3 rings onto 3 poles, and first 2 tribes to finish win reward. Want to know what you're playing for? First tribe to finish is going to win a large camp improvement kit, and of course, second place will win the same thing, just a smaller version of such. And with Cila getting no tribe supplies at all, they had to do their big one, which they did and came in first place in this challenge. They got the large kit, and then second place, Kyle came in second, leaving Vatu with nothing. Huge thing here for the Cila tribe, because getting that pot and machete, it is a huge thing at this point in the game. And there have been tribes who've gone a long time without a pot, a machete, a flint, a damn grain of rice. So we're making progress. We're making good progress here. There are some tribe life things before the challenge, after the challenge, before immunity, after immunity. Honestly and truly, the highlight of this whole episode, like not tribe life, camp life wise, has to be the fact. So, if you want to rewind a little bit back to the premiere episode when Christian was letting us know about his son, his true north, his motivation, nobody knows. He can't wait for his son to watch this. And then, in the very next episode, he shits his pants. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't want my son seeing this now. Hell no. But that really stuck with me. And then there's something that stuck out to me because later on, and we'll talk about tribal council later, but Christian does something, and it's like, okay, so first Christian shot himself, and then he ate shit. We'll get into it later. We'll get into it, and it'll all add up. Trust me. But for now, let's get into our second immunity challenge. Baby snakes, otherwise known as jungle relay. Now, the castaways must run into the jungle, retrieve this very large snake, go through some obstacles, some cargo nets, some rope, things like that. They have to get 3 of these very super large snakes from in the jungle, bring them all the way to the obstacle course, through the course, and at the end of the platform. Once they have all 3 snakes, they get to complete, not they, but 3 people rather, get to complete I call it a snake puzzle table of sorts. It is the slide table where you have a ball and a ring. You have to slide that ball past some obstacles. If you drop into the obstacle or drop off, of course, you start over. With this challenge, I feel like Vatu, they came in with something to prove. They just lost Kyle. They are damned if they're going to tribal council tonight to light those torches after just losing someone. Hell no. So that's why Vatu pulled out everything they had to come into first place. And following right behind them in second place was Cila, of course, which means that Cila is going back to tribal council for the second time in a row. I know whatever high they had from winning that reward challenge evaporated like that. Tribal Council, Night 6, and names are flying everywhere prior to the castaways coming to this Tribal Council. We got a Ozzy, we got a Devens, we got a Savannah, we got some of everybody's name being thrown around. But of course, what's going to happen when Sari hears Ozzy's name come up? She's going to put in the work. Duh. And a lot of the times, Sari don't have to put in much work. From what I see, she's handled a lot. And I'm not complaining. I'm here for it. Ozzy and Sari to the end, and we'll get into them too when I get to talk about that giraffe of mine. But yeah, very proud of Sari for navigating through the vote, through the potential vote, and bringing up other people. And oh, what about such and such? Oh, what about such and such? I love it. I absolutely love it. But I don't even know if I touched on this. Oh my gosh. So there is a fake idol plan between Christian and Devens. They are going to put together a parchment and a package from an idol that they had found. I think it was a Billie Eilish boomerang idol that Christian found. And that's what he gave to Aubrey. He let, you know, I didn't go over that either. See, and that's why I need not to be pressed for time trying to record 32 of these episodes in 2 days, because this is what happens. This is what happens. But yes, Christian found the Billie Eilish boomerang idol, sent it over to Aubrey. His hope is that Aubrey gets sent home. I think, see, that's the part I didn't really understand. I think partially he's like, yeah, this is going to gain me some favor with her because this is the Nerd Alliance. But then also, if she's a target and she gets sent home, that's mine. And bring it back over here, which is smart. Both ways is smart. I mean, gain an ally, but also if you can get that idol back sooner rather than later, give it to somebody who you can think will make that happen sooner rather than later. Simple as that. But during this, after the vote took place and the person was voted out, speaking of which, let's just get right on over it. So Savannah tried, but Savannah didn't try good enough because unanimously she was the one voted out this week. Um, Savannah, loved ya. Bye. The vote was 6-1. So literally everyone voted for Savannah. Savannah voted for Ozzy. Uh, I say that because, again, with the draft things taken into effect, we'll slide into that into just a moment. But first, let's finish up here at Tribal Council, because even though the vote is done, we're not done here. I was talking about Christian and Devens with the fake idol and everything like that. They have hidden it at Tribal Council. And I honestly, I freaking love an idol hidden at Tribal Council. Whether production does it or if one of the castaways does it, I love it. It's ballsy. Okay. So if production hides it and you go and get it, it's like ballsy to an extent. I think there was a season of Australian Survivor where there was an idol in the podium. So you had to just go up and grab it and like pull it out of the podium. Which, if you hide a fake idol at Tribal Council, and then you make the move to go and get this fake idol, and you're gonna play like she's the real deal, that's ballsy. Because one, you had to hide it, and then two, you have to go back again and pull it out, and it's fake. It's fake, so it's gonna do nothing for you. You better hope to God that these people believe you. And I absolutely cannot wait to see how this all turns out. In the next episode, it was teased that there will be a tribe swap, so that's what I want to see. If that kind of plays into things with the if one of them need to use the idol, who knows, if they've gotten split up and things like that. There is a new, because someone did go and find out from the previews who's on what tribes now, so that information is out there. I have not seen it yet, but I am wondering if they will be on the same tribe. If not, how will it play out? I see this tribe swap going for 2 episodes, 3, and then after that they will merge more than likely. It is a hell of a lot of people, so with this merge, I don't know what the hell is going on. There's only 26 days and 24 people. I don't really understand what's about to happen unless we're getting like a triple tribal back to back or something. I don't know. I don't know. The bloodbath is so real though, folks. I definitely enjoyed talking about this episode with you guys today. And just to roll right on into things, we're going to just slide into our Survivor 50 draft. Now, with this draft, it's not much you can do in Survivor besides finding an advantage, finding an idol, receiving a vote. I did not want to give points yet for immunities and rewards. That will come later on down the road when it's an individual game. I don't want to give a tribe full of people points all willy-nilly. It's especially, you know what, I'm gonna call this out. With the challenge in the first episode that they felt like Suri lost them, Suri would not have deserved points in some people's opinion. So with situations like that, I don't want to give points to people who don't deserve them, and I don't want to give out points all willy-nilly, so I won't be doing that. But just to keep everything smooth, accurate, it won't be like large point gains like 20 points and things like that. It's gonna be small, concise. I have a few things together already, and then again when that merge comes, we'll add in points for individual immunity and reward wins. But so far, the gains, in order to gain points, you can gain 10 points for finding a full advantage or an idol. This is one that you don't have to gift to another tribe or another castaway somewhere else. This is one that you can use solely for yourself. You can do whatever you want to do with it. 5 points for finding half an advantage or an idol. And again, this is something, if it's a half, in my opinion, it's something that you can't use for yourself. Even though you did find it, you'll get half the credit for it. And then the person who is gifted it will receive 3 points for being gifted that advantage or an idol. No, they did not find it, but here are a few points for being, I guess, that bitch of enough of a person to be gifted something. I don't know. You get 5 points for winning an advantage during a journey, and I should have said advantage or an idol. If you win anything during a journey, it'll be 5 points. I said 3 points for going on a journey, but I think that I will now not give any points for going on a journey. Because thinking about it now, it's a blessing and a curse. So I don't know if I want to give negative or positive points for that. We'll just go ahead and do away with that entirely. And then the losses. To lose points, you'll lose 2 points for every vote you receive at Tribal Council. You'll lose 5 points for losing your vote for any reason whatsoever. And you'll lose 10 points every episode your vote is lost due to a beware advantage. With the beware advantages, you lose your vote indefinitely until you find the idol that beware advantage is attached to. So if the castaway is going to take more than an episode to get off their ass and go find that idol, then I will be greatly deducting their points. Not having a vote in Survivor is detrimental to your game. If you do not have a vote, what can you do? Win. I would hope you would win immunity, so you won't have to be at Tribal Council without a vote. But this system that I'm coming together with, I'm hoping that it's going to punish the sloppy players and reward the players that are doing their thing. They're finding advantages, finding idols, or receiving advantages or idols, and they're not receiving any votes. Not having your name written down is pretty spectacular. We're going to see how far some of these people can go without having that done at all. Now for my top draft picks, here is my trio, my faves. Now normally when I do a draft pick, I feel like I am picking winners with this one, but more so I'm like very determined for one of my draft picks to be the winner of whatever's going on right now. So for example, Taylor Hale, for the hell she went through in Big Brother, she won. She was my draft pick. She was my #1 draft pick, and she made it. This is a list of people I can go through that have won shows and that I have rooted for since the first episode. And for Survivor 50, I'm going with, first and foremost, Cirie Fields. She is the queen herself. She has already survived a 7-1 vote where she was the primary target of Jenna, and she's starting with small points deficit because of that one vote against her, but she was given that extra vote from Ozzy, so that does bring her points up back into the positive to a 1. Next up, I chose Oscar. Ozzy, as you all know him. Now, I'm not drafting the challenge beast here, but I'm hoping that Ozzy and his smarts will be able to get him through the game and hopefully one of those seats at the final Tribal Council. Now, Ozzy, with everything that he's been finding, his advantages and things like that, he got gifted the boomerang idol, or he gifted away the boomerang idol. One of the two. Damn, one of the two. Let me triple check, double check. Let's see. Boomerang idol. Yes, he was given the boomerang idol. So for that, he got points for that. And then he found an advantage, quote unquote, the extra vote. Even though Q gave that up, that does not count as Q gifting him an advantage, because Q's choice was either keep your vote or get the supplies. And then Ozzy was, get your supplies, not get your supplies, but get the extra vote. You don't have to do anything else. So pretty cool with that. Last but not least, I chose Emily. I love her from her original season. And this season she's coming in kind of wanting to make a new name for herself, kind of a redemption arc, so to speak. She is trying to be a different player. She's getting people coming to her, wanting to work with her. And I want to see what work she's going to put in on this journey for her Survivor redemption. Let's call it that. I feel like all of these people are on like a redemption journey. So let's see. But that is my official draft and point system for Survivor 50. And I want to hear who you got. Who did you draft? Who are you rooting for? Would you change anything about the points? Would you pick someone different for your draft, and why? Let me know in the comments below. But again, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. It feels great to be back in Cliftone's Corner. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps the show more than you know. Make sure you come back for the next episode of Cliftone's Corner. We're heading into the next episode of Survivor 50. We got that amazing tribe swap coming up, and I absolutely cannot wait to see the chaos that it brings with it. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.